Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update, a few different things to talk about. Some good, some bad. XRP is up 2.46% on the day at 63.23 cents. We're currently over that 63-cent resistance, which is that first tier on the bullish handle. So if we get over that 63 cents, we hold that. I always say 63.3 just to be safe. When you're on the top side of resistance, if it's the support side, 63 cents, it'd have to break through. So we're looking to get on top of 63.3 and hold, because then at any time, we can have about an 18% rally to the top of the handle resistance. And then if we break out of that, obviously it can be a very, very, very beneficial move. But as of right now, this is very important to get past the first tier, which we have right now, and I'll show you what I mean here as I get through this intro. But this is the first area of that bullish handle resistance. When you're below that area, you can always come down to this 50-cent mark, and that can have the 17 to 18% drop. Conversely, whenever you're on the top of that handle resistance, you can now make a rally up to the green resistance box, which is actually still the handle, but it's the resistance area of that bullish handle. So anytime you're over the top of that yellow, you can make a big push up here, about 18%, to around that 74.5-cent mark. Now, the important thing about that is, if we look at the current pattern formation in a shorter time frame, as long as we bounce off and don't break down from this formation, and this breakout attempt, we bounce off right here, our technical target on a break up, ironically, is 75 cents. So you look at that technical move between both areas within the bullish handle. So right now, we're looking to bounce off of this. And this is just a little formation that we've created on this consolidation on the breakout attempt. So just pay attention to this. We'll go through all of this during this morning's update. But as I've said, when you're on the outside of this handle, you always have the chance to make that move up. So right now, we're attempting to push back into slightly bullish territory here. This would be a very bullish close if we could close. And as we can see today, with the downtrending resistance, now it's at 63 cents exactly like we were saying. So we're looking for a daily close over 63 cents. And at any point, if you break up here from the bottom of this handle, this is the beginning of that very bullish structure. So if you're above it, you can break up 17%. If you get rejected, it can go all the way down to about 20% to that 50-cent area. And that's still very bullish on the handle until you lose 50 cents. So don't forget that. So we'll get into all of this, what that means. But that's a very quick sneak peek of what's going on this morning. But XRP is absolutely doing a phenomenal job right now, as it's up 2.6%. But it's over that very critical 63-cent resistance line, which is that first real resistance to get in from a more of a consolidatory zone on the handle, or if you're going to start making a breakout attempt on the handle, and that's when you get above 63 cents. So now we're trying to push up. The next resistance is going to be around 74, 75 cents if we do this properly. And right now, we are teasing about a 17 to 18% rally. If XRP holds this 63 cents, it signals a 17 to 18% rally here to near 75 cents. So that's the importance of this setup this morning. So be cautiously optimistic, but be optimistic. Right now in a cup and handle setup, as we know, a cup and handle is a bullish continuation setup with the handle. And these typically 85% of the time break bullish. And that's the cup and handle we're on. We've talked about the expectation if you're within that handle. If you break out of the handle bullishly, you're talking about a move up to $1.21. So that's just hypothetically, that's what you'd be looking for if this broke up bullishly. Right now, we're taking the first step because we're at 63.3 cents. We're over that 63-cent resistance, so we're looking for a close over 63 cents today to try to signal a 17 to 18% rally up to 75% in the resistance of the cup and handle, or the resistance of the handle. So that's what we're really paying attention to today. And then we also have to talk about some bad news today. So XRP Ledger's AMM pools face tech issues. In fact, they're telling us not to buy into the AMM pools right now. RippleX has recommended its users not to deposit new funds into AMM pools for now. It has promised to provide timely updates to the community. So, despite a major milestone, the AMM pools are having serious issues right now, to the point that they had to bring techs in, and they're telling us not to buy into the AMM pools right now. So we need to read through that and pay attention to that, because not all good. And we don't know if this is going to have a negative connotation, but that's something that's going on within the AMM pools. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this update. It does really help push us through the analytics. What it truly does is for new and older viewers, when they're scrolling through their YouTube feed, when you hit that like button, YouTube will recommend this update and it'll share it through the algorithm, which means while we're looking through our feeds, my content will pop up. So if you're looking through your YouTube feed, you see XRP Future Millionaire, you're like, oh, he's got an update, and then you feel more inclined to come in. Or somebody who hasn't been in for a while, they haven't been seeing the updates, and by everybody hitting that YouTube, the like button and YouTube recommending the update, everybody can find their way back home. So with that being said, good morning. 10:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, March 24th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So on this early Sunday morning, don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ here on this beautiful Sunday morning. Try to be kind and considerate in the audience, and try to continue to be uplifting as we do this from a standpoint of love, not hate, or positivity over negativity. And the one thing we certainly do not do here is play the victim. So if you see a victim-like response in the comments, you know they're not part of the community. And if they are, they have not found their way yet. So what we're looking at this morning is 60. You're a winner here. You don't play the victim. You play the winner. And with that, you need to have all the information from an educated and informative standpoint. But you need it from a charting and news perspective to make an educated and informed decision. That's the bottom line. So XRP right now, if we're looking at it from the short term, XRP continues to hold this breakout attempt. This is the resistance of this pattern. And as long as it holds this, doesn't break down, we're going to have a technical move that targets 75 cents on the breakout of this current pattern formation that we're on the outside of, we're on the bullish side of right now. So what we did was this support, boom, 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 boom. And now we've bounced out. So this is actually a very good sign. This support held. Then we didn't even need to come all the way down here. We're kind of squeezed out of here because we formed a newer setup here. So you have something like this that was forming, and we're on the top side of it. So no matter how you look at this, we're starting to break out here. Even if you brought this across, this pattern is starting to break out because that's what we had before, just so you could see all that squeeze. But now that you're breaking out, the technical target of this breakout is over. It's about 75 cents. Now, if you fall out of this, then your target's going to be right here very quickly, right around 56 cents. So if this breaks, expect a very quick drop to here. That's it. If this came down, you're looking for a very quick drop to see if this is still support at around 57, 56 area. Could even overextend to 55.5 if we've seen that target in the past. So that's what I'm looking at here. But as long as this holds, the technical breakup, if this consolidation is bullish, you're going to come up here. If it's bearish, first test right here. Then it could fall through, but you would have to see a breakdown. So, cautiously optimistic this morning. If you were in the live last night, right now this is doing exactly what we wanted it to do. We did not want to break out of this little structure, but this is a bullish consolidation if it breaks up. And we'd very closely be looking at that 75 cent mark, and I'm pretty excited about that. And then if we get back into this formation with the bullish handle, so as long as you're above this, you're looking at a 17 to 18% move to the technical breakup target, as we've seen from the formation we broke back out of on the previous chart. The importance of that is that brings us right up to that bullish resistance on that handle. So now we're looking to hold 63. If we can, then we're looking to come up here. And yes, obviously, if you take a little bit longer, this could be a little bit lower down here as you go. But we're looking for a breakout now before the end of the month, because as we know, it's going to get a little dicey here in a week. So if we have a big move coming here and we really want to retest these areas, we got 7 days or 6 days to do it. And the reason I say that is because 1 billion XRP gets released by Ripple every single month out of escrow. 1 billion. So, last month they only kept about 200 million. And then it ended up being more because they ended up sneaking out a couple 100 million, as we know. So it's a lot of facade and a lot of see me or don't see me kind of thing. But that always makes it interesting with price impact. Because no matter what, if you bring 1 billion XRP into circulation, it's going to depreciate the value. It's no different than if you printed money into existence. You've now got a bigger pool of money, which means the product or the money that was there before is less valuable. No different with XRP. When they released the 1 billion from escrow, by adding the circulating supply, even if the price was a certain way, it's going to depreciate. Now, that doesn't mean they can't have a rally before the XRP is released, and then the price doesn't go farther down than before it started. And that happens very often, where we'll have a 5, 10, 15% pump just prior to the dump of the Ripple escrow of XRP. And then all of a sudden you find yourself down 5, 10, 15%, but you're actually a little bit above where you were at before the little pump up that saved you on the drop. So it almost makes it look like when they dump the XRP out of Ripple's escrow, they have pumps ups so that they can maximize on the profit, which means the trading bots are in full effect. That's just my personal opinion, and that's not a bad thing. This is actually a very good thing, because that means when they want to turn off the selling, they got bots to do it. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to not turn off the selling. So everybody thinks that's a bad thing. If you're looking for 2017-like runs, you need the GSR trading bots. Let me just be honest with you. For anybody who likes Pepe, you know, PEPE, for anybody who loves that, the trading bots are what helps you the most. Don't kid yourself. That's what turns the selling off. And then you understand why sometimes you'll have very low volume and the price will still continue moving up. Even though it seems like it can't move, that's because they turn off the selling. And then when they turn it back on, it all comes apart. So right now we're looking for XRP to hold this 63 cents, and that's just a little bit of knowledge that I've attained over the years. 63 cents, and you don't have to guess with XRP, because in 2016, 2017, they actually have the official documents that I've read to everybody where they admitted to the GSR trading bots, yada, yada, yada. So I consider it the gold standard of trading, because if those bots are in full effect, oh, look out above. So it's not a bad thing at all. 63 cents, though. If we hold 63 cents, we're looking for this move up to 73, 74 cents. The technical target we know is about 75.4. On the pattern formation, we broke back above. So that's what we're looking at this morning. I don't want to confuse anybody, but this is firmly what our biggest area of test is. If we can get over this handle on this first tier, it opens up the door for a 17% move here. 17% is what opens up the door. And the cool thing about this is the beginning. If this breaks up, this is just the beginning, folks. And then if it breaks out past that green resistance line, that's a whole nother ball game we would have going on here, folks. This is a whole nother ball game, because if you break up out of here and you get on top of that $1.21, the technical target here is $1.21 on a technical breakup. So that's what we're looking at here if we can get out of this bullish handle. As it goes for the XRP market cap, it's at 34.7 billion, or up 2.5%. We bounced off support, as we talked about in live yesterday. And we're looking if we can bounce off that 33.9 billion. We did come down here and touch the pattern breakout support at 32.7, so that's been taken care of. And we even came down here within the process in the last couple days. Now, if we can bounce off of 33.96 billion, our technical move up is going to be 38.9 billion on the market cap. So you're really dependent on, can we hold this 33.9 billion and start breaking up here? And then when it comes to XRP Bitcoin pairing, it's still set up for an explosive move, in my opinion. We talked about it last night. If we bounce off of this, we've got to first move up to about the 1062, but that pattern resistance suggests we're going to come up to 1136. If that's the case, if you look at where we're at here, where we're going to bounce, that first target's about 10%. But as we talked about, that's an 18% move we've got cleared up here. So let's see if this breaks out in the proper way. And then with Bitcoin, before we read this article, Bitcoin's at 65,539, up 1,540 points, or better than 2.43%. Bitcoin is not out of the woods yet, though. Bitcoin needs to get over 66,600. we've speculated many times here over the past week, week and a half, that Bitcoin, yes, in the shorter time frames, have put in an M topping reversal at the top. But when you look at this from a daily perspective with how far this went, it makes perfect sense for this to come back up, even if bearish, to come around 73,300. And if it is bearish, put in that massive M topping reversal. That's what I think Bitcoin is possibly working on here. As again, we have that big long leg doji here in the daily, which means that this could very well be the reversal here. So I would still pay attention to a possible resistance touch up there. And what better way to liquidate the shorts before the next drop down if it is? Because if you came up here and got rejected, I suspect then you would come all the way back down here to 57K. So imagine that drop. If, this is a big if we do push back up here and we create an M topping reversal for real, then you would get that 22% correction almost immediately if it got rejected. And you'd go from 73,500 to have an 18,000 point drop. So that's what I'm looking at and speculating if that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin. If you are watching this and you do appreciate the update, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the over 21,000 subscribers, as we're less than 20 subscribers from 21,100, which is incredible. If you appreciate my work, please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. If you want to show a little extra appreciation, join Tom's Army and get the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens in month 1. My face is superimposed on that emoji badge. Or send one YouTube super chat per month, as we're coming down to the last week of the month already, which I can't believe, to show your support. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, mainly XRP, look in the video description below and or pinned comments. There's BITUNIX. They have the lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. We did a comparison yesterday on the live. If we would have bought $1,000 worth of XRP on Uphold versus $1,000 worth of XRP on BITUNIX yesterday, we would have got 51 extra XRP on BITUNIX, which came out to about $37 in fees on Uphold. So on the buy, we would have lost 51 XRP by buying it at the same time just because of the differential in fees, which means that's about $74 in and out for the buy and sell on XRP on Uphold compared to $6 on BITUNIX. So if you're a swing trader who hasn't been able to swing trade on Uphold because the fees are too extraordinary and you're missing out on a lot of opportunities because you just don't have the opportunity because you can't afford to lose 3.5% in, 3.5% out, and then you got to take the chance of trying to make 10% on a move, switch over to BITUNIX. You don't have to deal with that anymore. No VPN required. And if you're a leverage trader or spot trader, you can use both. And you don't even need to do a KYC if you're just sending cryptos over from another exchange, or if you're withdrawing to another exchange. If the bank's involved, obviously you have to do a know your customer, and you would want them to because you don't want anybody stealing out of your personal accounts. Other than that, if you're looking at XRP healthcare, as we've been talking about for the past, I've got almost 21,000 tokens as I've been buying from 1.9 all the way up to 2.5, back down to 2.1 to 2. It's just been a 12-day process right now. Similar amount every single day, around $30 to $35. I think it's been 13 days now. But I'm still looking for, this has a monthly candle right now. For the first time in the month, let me go to the right chart. For the first time in the monthly, we're teasing this reversal candle, which is why I started buying here. And if it breaks down, I'll continue to buy. There's a $100 million 100 million circulating supply, and just over 54 million are already in circulation. And this is pushing into the digital pharma / healthcare. They're very innovative. It's the first one on the XRP ledger. So, and you can find this in the video description below and or pinned comments. It's on MEXC. It's where I buy it, but in the USA, new users can't use it. So if you're outside the USA, take advantage of this. Very difficult to buy this in the USA. I have not found a single exchange that will allow USA users. I've heard BitMax, Bitmart, and all these other ones. I've tried it. They don't allow USA users, even though on Google they say they do. When I try to sign up to those places, it refuses and says my IP is restricted because of my residency. So if you are able to go on MEXC, that's in the pinned comments below. Take advantage of this if you can. It's very difficult to get a hold of in the USA. So if you have the advantage, take advantage of it if you can, because it has not been listed on major exchanges yet. It's only on 4 that I really know of. And BitUnix, BitGet and MEXC are the 2 that I'm familiar with. But MEXC is the one that I'm able to use still. BitGet doesn't even allow us at all. So take advantage of that if you can. But that is a sleeping giant in the making. And I'll keep everybody updated on that with the months to come and the years to come. as by 2031, we're expected to have such a big boom in the digital healthcare, even next year leading on. But I'm saying in the next 7 years, it's something that's not even being looked at. It's not even being looked at. And we're switching since the blah, blah, blah variant when they shut us down. We've been switching to digital healthcare. So I'm trying to get ahead of this whole game. XRP Ledger's AMM pools face tech issues, which is not a great sign. RippleX already working on fixing issues according to recent social media update. RippleX, a developer arm, has identified a discrepancy in a few automated market maker AMM pools, which has prevented transactions from executing properly. Its engineering team is working to fix the issue together with community participants. At the same time, RippleX has recommended its users not to deposit new funds into AMM pools for now. It has promised to provide timely updates for the community. The AMM went live on the XRP Ledger mainnet on March 22nd after 2 years, according to David Schwartz, the chief technology officer at Ripple. The AMM marked the start of a longer road from the initial rollout to future usage mileage. As noted by Schwartz, the introduction of the AMM feature in a significant moment for XRP Ledger since it would make it possible to broaden the DeFi ecosystem and attract more liquidity. The AMM model allows ditching traditional order books by creating liquidity pools that determine the price of assets based on certain algorithms. Some of the key features of an AMM of XRPL include aggregated liquidity, continuous action mechanism, and single-sided liquidity provision. In his recent blog post, Schwartz outlined numerous use cases for the AMM features, from financial applications, trading, and yield farming, to various non-financial use cases such as seamless asset swaps. At the same time, the Ripple CTO has cautioned the community about the transactions being novel and complex, which is why he's suggesting users not to shy away from submitting bug reports and coming up with their own suggestions. So that's just a little update on the AMM. So if you're looking to buy into the AMM pools, they're suggesting not to buy into it right now and keep your cash on the side until they fix these tech issues, because the orders are not executing as it sounds properly. So make sure you hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this update. I really appreciate everybody. Make sure you give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this Sunday morning. And if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments, and consider everything I said today, because we have not broken bearish by a long shot.